What up, folks? Welcome back to the show. What up, y'all? What's up, Rolo?
We are back.
Episode 27, y'all. All right.
Scheduled weekly program.
We got a great show for you guys today. So I don't know if y'all have peeped, but the red carpet is now the golden carpet. And I have a New York Times article as to why.
Okay, I didn't know why, so that'll be interesting.
We are going to talk about movies that we're looking forward to. And I think this will be an interesting topic. What's our favorite season? So spring, summer, winter, or fall? What happened to real music? And we will react to the people that won the Oscars. So I think we should start with
we could do red carpet and Oscars together.
All right, cool. So
and you guys know that we always like to throw a couple random topics in there, hence why we have the seasons and music stuff. I mean, music is relevant to us very much because we're both music creators.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody doesn't know that, I mean, I'm sure fans of the channel, friends of the channel would know that. But yeah, so music is relevant to us in that way. Again, we both watched Mandalorian and Bad Batch. That review will be out this weekend. I'll mention the fact right now, I freaking like them. I love them both. I thought they were both great.
Same.
And I know there's people out there saying they weren't, but today's not a Star Wars topic. I'm sure, again, it'll always come up somehow in this conversation. But yeah, we'll be doing a Star Wars review this weekend, so you guys will get our review on Bad Batch and Mando. And I want to reiterate this from our last one, which is that we do full spoilers on that.
Yeah.
And we did a really fun thing. We actually did a tier list at the end of the last one, so that was fun. I think you guys would like that.
That was fun.
And we're trying to come up with more stuff. I want to get a guest on so we can do a trivia, because I can't participate in said trivia.
Yeah, because Roland knows literally everything. So
I want to make the trivia and then try and get some people on and see who knows what. And
yeah, exactly.
And maybe eventually someday in the future, if we do more of those, or we have random guests on or random fans, or we could do it on a stream.
That'd be fun.
Maybe we'll do an action figure giveaway or something. I can send you guys an action figure, whoever wins.
I got plenty too. I
sent you one in a box.
Well, so I do have a couple that are still in the box. Once I get my setup, you'll see them up, there. But yeah, so I'm gonna share this.
That would be a fun thing to do eventually. But without further ado, welcome to the show, guys. Thank you so much for showing up, and I hope you enjoy it. We always love having you guys here.
So this is from the New York Times, and it says here, "Hey, that red carpet isn't red."
By the way, the New York Times has been kind of based recently.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. The 2023 Academy Awards carpet's champagne hue, a break with the 62-year-old tradition of the bright red rug, is the latest arrival rug to opt for a colorful palette. There are some fundamental truths
in. Like he was from Star Wars for a second there with that outfit. I think he was working on like the Imperial Dockyards.
There are some fundamental truths in this world. The sky's blue. The grass is green. The Oscars, this red carpet is red champagne colored. Jimmy Kimmel, this year's host, joked at the unveiling of Thursday that the color change, the first in more than 6 decades that the Academy's arrival rug will not be red, had been prompted by Will Smith slapping at the comedian Chris Rock access.
What does that have to do with the carpet?
Across the face on stage at last year's ceremony.
The carpet didn't smack Chris Rock.
I think that the decision to go with a champagne carpet rather than a red carpet shows just how confident we are that no blood will be shed. He said.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me, dude?
Oscar organizers said that they wanted to.
Nobody even gives a shit about the Oscars at this point. I'm sorry to cut you off, but no one cares. The only reason they got ratings this year because they were expecting Will Smith to smack Jimmy Kimmel, and their ratings were still bad. Now, don't get me wrong. Brendan Fraser deserved that award.
Yes. Well, Whale was a
I don't
great
want to
movie.
mess up his name because I don't remember it off the top of my head. Short Round deserved that Oscar for Indiana Jones. And I'm just saying, dude, like, that is the wimpiest shit I've ever heard. No blood will be. What? You might as well show up in bubble wrap. Like, that is some wimpy shit, dude.
Yeah, it is.
That is so bitch made. I'm sorry to say that, but that's so bitch made. Like, oh, we don't want any blood to be spilled, but we're showing movies where blood has been spilled. We're giving awards to movies where blood is literally on screen and spilled. Like, get the fuck out of here with your pandering bullshit, dude.
Oscars organizers said that they wanted the rug to be mellow, like a beach at the sunset. The 50,000 square foot rug, which was created in a color chosen by the Academy,
there's a word that keeps coming to my head that I cannot say on YouTube, dude.
Is the latest in a trend of colorful carpets sweeping premieres, galas, and award ceremonies across the country.
I got some gamer words for that shit, dude. That is, like, I can't even imagine that. That's their reasoning. That's literally that is so.
That's what the New York Times says.
That is so bitch made, dude.
Bruh. That's their reasoning? I thought it was going to be something like, we just thought that it was time for like a change after like
we wanted to make it something different. It was going to be gold to match with the freaking award.
Uh-huh.
That would have made. We don't want any blood to be. Get the fuck out of here. Pardon my French, everybody. That's a joke.
So
that's a joke. I'm pretty sure everybody here listening who has seen that is going to go, that's ridiculous.
The red carpet, I mean, listen.
It's a ridiculous reason.
It's just a carpet, but like you like associate that with like movies.
Listen, I personally, I could care less. But the reasoning behind it is stupid.
Yeah, it is.
It's freaking stupid. And it like there's all these words popping in my head right now to say what it is that I can't say that on YouTube. But I got a lot of gamer words for that shit. It is dumb. It is dumb.
Because they don't want blood to be shed? Bro, no blood's going to be shed. Will Smith's banned from the Oscars.
One of the movies that won, like, have freaking blood in it?
I'm pretty sure Everything, Everywhere, All at Once was like, bloody as hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another guy who wrote that.
But
I can't say that. Fuck.
And it's like,
sorry, I didn't say nothing.
Like I said, I am glad that Brendan Fraser won, but like no one cares. No one cares about the Oscars. So like
no one cares about the Oscars, but everybody cared about Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, right.
Because he was blacklisted from Hollywood for years.
Yep.
And for him to come back, this is all right. I'm gonna take their speech of this was an absolute triumph, so stunning and brave. It was, though, legitimately. This wasn't just some actor or actress who was a different race or a different gender, so they go, oh, they're so stunning and brave.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't that. This was legitimately a man who was at his peak, who fell from his peak and rose back up and got a freaking Oscar. That is what I would call stunning and freaking brave and a triumph.
That's actually, I've never heard of that ever happening. Like, I don't recall that.
His first movie back in what? Since The Mummy? And The Mummy is sick. I just rewatched all of the Mummy movies. I might have to review them, dude, because even the third one, I'm not a fan of the third one as much.
You should do that on Rolo Talks. It'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So like I wanna review The Mummy because those movies are so effing good, dude.
You know what happened as to why like Brendan Fraser was like, kicked out of the third one, right? The Rock.
He was in the third one.
He was in the third one?
His son's growing up. He's a dad. They go to Shangri-La.
Right, yeah. No, wait.
He's in
I could have sworn that
he gets like stabbed or something, and they have to use like the water of Shangri-La to save him. And then they mess up the Chinese army. The Terracotta Army is like the main bad guys at the end. Second one is so good, dude. The second one where all the Magi show up and all the Magi have their swords and they got like guns and shit, like LMGs, bro. And
there was one where
they're killing like an army of Anubis. It's so dope. Like, it's freaking awesome.
The movie that I'm talking about is when like The Rock was like the solo star. That's the one that I'm talking about. There was one that only had like The Rock in it.
No, the last Mummy movie that came out was 4, and that had nobody in it. That was Tom Cruise.
Are we thinking of the same movie?
You're thinking of Jumanji with The Rock. I don't think The Rock was in The Mummy.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure The Rock was in the
movie that came out. She was a female mummy, and it was Tom Cruise. But it wasn't connected to the original 3 movies at all.
Oh, he actually was in it. The Rock was in The Mummy.
Oh, yeah, the second one.
Returns, yeah.
Scorpion King. Yeah, he was the really badly CGI'd Scorpion King. But it's okay because that movie's good. So I don't care about the crappy CGI. It's a great movie. It's a really fun movie, and it's really cool. And I forget her name.
Brendan Fraser was in the 4th one.
Ellie?
Yes. Yeah. Brendan Fraser.
I'm
looking at the casting.
Running around on screen with Brendan Fraser as much as you want me to, dude. I forget the actress's name. She's good looking, and we all know it. Don't deny it.
I am looking at the casting. The Rock got the Scorpion King as, a solo
movie, yeah.
A solo mummy movie. Brendan Fraser was meant to be in that movie. The Rock said it's him or it's me. And
yeah, The Rock is
I just find it funny now.
Here's the thing, like this is another thing. Like Henry Cavill, I think is who it is managed by The Rock's wife.
Mm-hmm.
So The Rock gets movies before Henry Cavill does all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I heard, everybody likes Dwayne Johnson, but
I
heard he's kind of a scumbag on set sometimes. But
I mean, like the fact though that like
Christian Bale is known as a scumbag on set.
Christian Bale is an insane actor, bro.
He's an asshole on set. But look at the movies that come, like when he's the one telling like the people like no, this is how we got to do it. This is how I'm gonna act. This is what's going. He's made some of the best movies ever. But then when he's not in full, like he's not in control of his character, doesn't get that opportunity, especially when he's working with Disney. That's how we get Thor: Love and Thunder.
Have you seen him in American Psycho?
Oh my God, yes.
He's great in that movie.
That movie's a classic.
Yeah.
Amazing. Clockwork Orange, isn't he in that too?
I think so, yeah.
No, maybe not.
I know he
got fully emaciated. Like he didn't eat for like
The Machinist.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. He really did that. And
I think
he's freaking bad. He was in my opinion, the best Batman movie, other than the one Batman Returns. Batman Returns is the best Batman movie. But
I got the poster.
Yeah, right there.
Right there. Yep.
It's freaking sick. Love that movie.
Christian Bale is a crazy actor, though. And it's like
he's a method actor.
Him, Depp, and Fraser have, all played roles that people would be like, why are you playing that? And then they go out and kill it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean,
Fraser and he's genuinely cool as hell. He's so down to earth. Like, and he wanted to be in this movie, The Whale, because he himself gained like 200 pounds, like while he wasn't working and stuff like that. He was depressed, and this movie meant a lot to him.
Mm-hmm. Which is why he acted his like he acted his heart out.
And people are saying they should have gotten an actual person who was 500 pounds to do it. I'm like, find me an actor who's 500 pounds. Go ahead. Find me one who's good. You can't. Because
if you watch the movie,
people are getting mad because he had a fat suit on. I'm like,
Brendan Fraser acted his ass off for that movie. And
it's
so
a good movie. It's a good movie.
It is, yeah. And it's a true story, too.
About Brendan Fraser, this is a movie that a lot of people forget about that he was in. That was, in my opinion, a lot of fun. Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I never saw that movie. I gotta watch it.
He's in the remake of Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Is he?
And I really enjoyed it. I remember seeing that movie in theaters. I loved it as a kid. And I was like, this is freaking sick. It's him, I believe his son, and his like ex-wife or his girlfriend or something like that, and like maybe somebody else, and they'll end up in the center of the earth. There's dinosaurs, there's crazy shit going on. It's fun. It's a fun movie. It's just cool. And they have to get out from the center of the earth. That's the whole point.
But that's wild that like now is when he wins his like first Oscar, and like dude's been in like so many movies.
It's the same thing with DiCaprio, bro. Everybody knows that DiCaprio should have had an Oscar before The Revenant.
Yeah.
Although he deserved it for The Revenant because that movie was amazing.
Did he didn't win one for
The Revenant?
Yes.
That movie is sick, dude.
The fact that he hardly talked in it was like wild.
Oh my god. And Tom Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hardy is a good bad guy in it. And Domhnall Gleeson is a really good guy in it.
Tom Hardy is a good actor too.
Domhnall Gleeson, who plays, if anybody doesn't know, he plays General Hux in Star Wars, and I think he's also in.
He's the son of Mad Eye Moody.
No,
he's not.
Wait, Mad Eye Moody doesn't have a son. No, he's no. He's the oldest Weasley.
Right, yeah.
He's the oldest Weasley son.
Right, yeah.
When he marries Fleur Delacour.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And at his wedding, that's when the deputies show up and
right.
Vampire dude.
I knew he had something to do with that, but
God, what was the oldest kid's name?
Charlie Weasley.
It's Charlie, right?
Yeah, it was.
And then Charlie,
Bill,
Percy, Charlie,
Bill, Percy, Fred, George, Ron, Ginny. I think.
I think his name is Bill, and I think his dad's name is Charlie.
No. Mr. Weasley's name is.
I think we're missing it. I think we have an extra kid here.
Mr. Weasley's name is Arthur.
Arthur, right? So, look this up. Who's the oldest? Now we're already getting derailed. I need to know the Weasley family line right now. I know the Sirius Black. I know the Blacks.
It's actually Bill. Shit.
Yeah, it's Bill, Percy, Fred and George, Ron, and Ginny. Right?
No, it's actually Bill, Charlie, Percy, Ron.
Who the hell is Charlie?
Charlie was the one who handled the dragons. Remember in the first book, Harry, Ron, and Hermione tried to like smuggle the dragon away.
He's not in the movies though.
No, but he's in the books.
Charlie's not in the movies at all, but he's mentioned.
Yes.
Is he the one? No, Percy's the one who ends up working for the Ministry.
Yes.
And kind of goes against his family. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I remember when they talked about Percy in the book, they made fun of him so much, dude. They were like, yeah, he's always walking with his chest out all over the place to look bigger. He's trying to make himself look big. Like, it's just funny. They make fun of him a lot.
I got a serious question, though.
Some shit, though, dude. Fred and George are my homies. I literally cried when... Well, one of them... If you haven't seen Harry Potter, watch Harry Potter. Part 2 is nuts.
How did DiCaprio not win an Oscar for like being in like The Wolf of Wall Street or being in like Titanic. How?
I know Titanic, The Wolf of Wall Street, so many other movies, dude.
Inception.
Inception, like, yeah, he should have gotten one for Inception. I'm glad he got one for The Revenant. Like, dude, there's so many.
The Great Gatsby as well.
The Great Gatsby was freaking sick.
Yeah.
I didn't like the book when I was forced to read it in school, but then we watched the movie, and I was like, Spider-Man!
Yeah.
Yeah, because Tobey Maguire's in there as dude's name starts with an N.
Bro, the ending of that movie is wild. Like,
dude, it was a meme the entire year in our English class when we read that book. That Myrtle got myrtled instead of murdered. He's myrtled, bro. He's a real myrtler.
Nah, but like, it's crazy. I feel like a lot of the times the Oscars get it wrong, and they like do that shit. Probably
because Top Gun should have won Best Picture. 100%. Top Gun single-handedly saved the movie industry in the past couple years. They were bleeding money. Top Gun was in theaters for a freaking 8-9 months.
Longer than Wakanda was, for sure.
Wakanda is a joke. That's a whole other disaster. But
was it in there longer than Avatar? No.
Avatar made.
I'm saying
Wakanda had 2 runs, and Avatar made that money in 2 weeks.
I'm saying, was Top Gun in theater longer than Avatar was?
Top Gun, yeah, dude. Top Gun was in theaters since the summer. They just took it out of theaters not long ago.
Wild. It's crazy.
Like, yeah. No, since before the summer, because Top Gun came out last spring or early summer.
Actually, because like I remember
I wasn't upstate when I saw it. I was upstate all summer. So
yeah, that's crazy.
So Top Gun, yeah, dude, Top Gun should have won Best Freaking Picture. It was an amazing picture, a great story, really good character development.
I finally just saw it.
It was simple,
and I loved it.
It didn't have any politics, nothing that made you feel like you're in the real world. Other than the fact that you are in the real world in the movie, but it didn't pertain to any of the social justice stuff or anything like that. And why do you think it did so well? Because people don't want that in their movies.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Avatar did so well? Because people want to see a nuclear family working together. Name me one movie where you've seen a nuclear family work together in the past years in a way that the man's not emasculated and the woman isn't misogynized. Or she's like find me one movie other than Avatar where that happens, where Neytiri is still a badass, but she knows her role as a mother. Jake is still a badass, but he knows his role as a father, and you get to know all the kids. And it's well written. It's a good story. You care about everybody. And when one of the kids inevitably gets killed, you actually feel it. You're like, holy shit, that's a loss for the family. And I love seeing this family because who can't relate to family? And we don't see that anymore in movies. And why do you think these 2 movies did so well? Why do you think Dune did so well? Because none of these movies had social justice shit in it. And they were just a movie to tell a story and make you forget about everything going on in America or the world right now. You're just thinking about Tom Cruise hopping in a freaking fighter jet and blowing shit up and listening to rock music. Like, what's not fun about that?
The last movie that like I think of, like, you know, you asked me about like a nuclear family, and I'm thinking of like.
But first of all, do you know what that term means? Does anybody here know what the term nuclear family means? Because what it means is you got a mother, you have a father, and you have kids. The mother is caring. She has the motherly duties. The father is the harder one. And they work together as a team because anybody here with a dad and a mom knows that most of the time when you were a kid, your mom was the one caring for you. Nine times out of 10. Sometimes the situation is different. and your dad
Yeah.
was a hard ass. And that's kind of the nuclear family. It's mother, father, kids and siblings.
Well,
Grandparents.
I was gonna say, besides the Incredibles, which like came out when
The
we were
Incredibles is a
kids.
perfect example. It is a perfect example of the nuclear family, and it's
Yep.
a great movie.
Yeah.
I've only seen parts of the second one. I really want to watch it, but a perfect example.
The first one's great.
Honestly, might be the best example that we've seen in our lifetime.
Yeah. I mean, you have the mother who is caring, but she's also a freaking badass. You have the father who is, the hard ass, but you also say that he's
very
cares.
caring as well. Same thing with Jake Sully from
Yeah.
Avatar 2.
Right. You have the, kids who each go through like their, own thing, but
their own trials and tribulations themselves.
Yeah. But I don't know if you've seen this movie, and if you haven't, I would actually give you like a recommendation for it because it's actually really, really dope. It's called The Mitchells versus the Machines. It is a really funny movie, and it's really, really heart, and it has a lot of heart, and it has that like nuclear family type of a thing.
Oh, I've never even heard of it. It's got a 7.6 out of 10.
And it's got
when did this come out?
2021.
Huh.
And it has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, you know how I feel about Rotten Tomatoes. I don't even pay attention to what they have to say because they change their shit all the time. But
like
there's
my family and I watched it though, and we were like laughing the whole time because it's just there's no like real world stuff in it. It's just a solid movie, and
you know
so
what
it's
else?
like.
Speaking of this, The Mummy.
Mm-hmm.
The Mummy has a nuclear family.
Yeah.
You have oh god, I forget Brendan Fraser's character's name. You have him, you have Ellie, you have their son, and you have the uncle, who's great. I freaking love their uncle. He is like one of the best characters, Jonathan. Jonathan is an awesome character. He's barely in the third. I mean, no, he's in the third one, but he's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best comic relief because he's smart. He saves the day multiple times, but at the same time, he's a goofball, and he's like your Jar Jar Binks character. Yeah, dude, that like what I'm saying. Like we don't see that type of like stuff anymore.
And I think, especially now, when like it's more than likely now that families are not as close as they used to be. We need family movies now more than like we ever had. Like it's
there was just that movie that came out, White Noise. My mom watched it.
I've heard it's good.
I was talking to her. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's bad. She liked it, but she kind of likes this type of movies and nerdy stuff, of course. But and Adam Driver was in it, so that helps. But I want to watch it because she was like, I was having this conversation with her about the nuclear family, and she was like, "That's a really good point." And she goes, "Well, I guess White Noise kind of had that because you have Adam Driver as like." I mean, I haven't watched it, so I can't review it right now. I can't really talk on it, but she was telling me, like, you got Adam Driver, you got the dad, the mom, the 3 or 4 kids or whatever. The dad's kind of directing everybody what to do, where to go, and the mom's the one who's always caring about everything, but she's still directing shit as well. And yeah, that's it. And I mean, we get philosophical here and real deep, but when you're a father, your purpose in life, other than supporting your family, is to protect.
That's what it should be. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, for a woman, it's the same thing, but it's statistically and scientifically proven that women are more caring. They're caregivers. It's in their DNA to care, to be a mother. To be caring over things. That's why why most nurses are women.
Mm-hmm.
That's why most construction workers are men.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And that's just a fact. Everybody knows that. Whether you want to deny it or not, I'm not saying someone can't be the other. A man can't be a nurse, a woman can't be a construction worker, but we can't deny the fact that more men are this and more women are that. And like that's kind of what I mean when I say the nuclear family. Like you have a man who wants to protect. That's even if he knows his wife is completely capable, it's always going to be in the man's head to, I want to protect my wife, I want to protect my kids, I want to protect my family. It's biological. Now, I'm not saying the woman doesn't feel that way as well, but it is like in human nature for men to want to fight for their family, to protect for their family. That's why women want a guy 9 times out of 10 who they know can protect them. They don't want some jerky asshole who's going to go get in a fight because some dude said something mean to her. They want a guy who's going to go, hey, buddy, one more time, and we might have to step outside.
Yeah.
Or a guy who goes, or, you know, if you're walking down the street and some dude tries to mug you or stab you, you want to know that your person is able to protect you. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm dating Gina Carano, she's kicking the ass. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like she's kicking the ass.
I mean, she was in the UFC, so
exactly. Yeah. Like if I'm dating a woman like that, or I'm married to a woman like that, I might be able to put up a fight, but I know for a fact she's better than I am. You know what I mean? Like unless I'm a champion, which I'm not. So yeah, like, but 9 times out of 10, even still at that point, if my woman was got in a fight with somebody, if I knew she was completely capable, here it goes back to the Avatar thing. Jake knows Neytiri is completely capable, but if she gets in, he's still protective as hell over his family, even though he knows my wife can go kick ass. I don't even need to be there. Like she can go fly around on her Banshee and shoot arrows and mess shit up, and I'll be down here firing my gun. But if I see one thing going after her, I'm going to try and shoot it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to still have her back.
Right, yeah.
I'm still protective as hell over my person.
Of course, yeah.
And that's what we don't see shit like that anymore. A lot of the times it's either the woman's fully in charge and the man's being emasculated, or vice versa. Like it's just not the same situations we used to get in movies like The Incredibles and things like that. And I mean, I don't have, I mean, there's a lot of examples, but you know, everything that always comes to my head is Star Wars, and it was definitely our nuclear family in Star Wars.
No. In fact, there's a lot of, you know, dysfunction.
There was a nuclear family in Star Wars until Ben Solo went and became Kylo Ren. Because Supreme Leader Snoke was a child groomer.
But I think that families now need family movies, and it's something that they don't have. And so I really think that I'm glad, and I mean people just need movies now, because like, I don't know about you guys, but like when I read a comic or when I watch a movie or when I play a video game, I'm doing it so that I don't think about what's, like, you know, inside of the real world.
Exactly. It's escapism, dude. That's the point.
Exactly.
The point of all this, the point of entertainment like this is to escape.
Exactly.
That's why when you watch Lord of the Rings, you watch Avatar, you watch Star Wars, you want to feel like you're there. And you do. Because, listen, there's politics in Lord of the Rings. There's politics in Star Wars. There's politics in Indiana Jones. There's politics in Harry Potter. But guess what it doesn't do? Insult the audience for being a conservative or a liberal. And it doesn't talk about Donald Trump or Biden or social justice this, or I'm gay and that's my only thing. Right. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the times these movies, these new characters, they don't have character. Their character is based around a trait, not them as a person. like, you could go ahead and tell me, like, Gandalf's been gay the entire time. I don't care.
It wouldn't matter to me.
It wouldn't matter.
Right.
It really wouldn't matter. But if he's going around the whole time being like, "Hello, I'm Gandalf. I'm gay. I'm gay," and he's bringing it up all the time, then that's bringing you out of the story, because that's
right.
It's insulting. I've talked to people who are gay. It's insulting to them, and the same thing happens with other races. I've talked to them as well. It's insulting to these people when these characters are being made to pander towards them, that are just always bringing up the fact that they're a different race, or they have a different gender, or things like that.
I think because they feel like it's
they're
forced.
not making them a good character first.
Yeah.
If you make me a great character who goes, "By the way, I'm gay,"
it won't matter to people.
Like, I'm watching Vox Machina right now, right? Scanlan, the bard, is absolutely bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not his character. He's a very sexual character, but he doesn't bring it up constantly. You'll just see him like, he's always making sex jokes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of how he is. He's a goofball, but he's very lovable because he actually has a very big heart.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see this character, sometimes he's walking down, they're in a brothel or at a bar, and he goes, "That lady's cute. I'll see you guys later." There's other times where he gets done a battle, and there's this big ass dude sitting there who's sweaty, and he goes, "Hey, you got a bed to share tonight?" But it's not
right. Yeah,
it's not his full character. That's not all he's doing.
Exactly. Yes.
You don't even mind it. It just out of your head. Like, you're like, "Yeah, he's a bi dude." Like who cares?
It
has literally nothing to do with the story. And a lot of the times they're taking characters and they're making that their entire identity.
Yeah, it's like,
and it's not like that instantly brings me out of it.
I'm sure that those people that you have talked to, I'm sure that their reasoning is that
I've spoken to gay people, trans people.
They feel like it's forced.
They feel like it's forced.
Yes.
Yeah. They feel like it's insulting and forced, the people that I've talked to. And I've talked to people that are liberal, conservative, in the middle, all that. And most of them agree. Why do you think, again, it brings us back to the fact that Hollywood's bleeding money? Because when people say woke, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's the social justice pandering to people. And I'm not trying to come out here like some dude who doesn't care about that shit. I absolutely do. I have two freaking gay uncles that I love dearly, and I know the struggle that they went through, and I know how big it was for them to be able to get married when they could, finally. And I realize that I have friends of every different fucking color and gender in the world.
We do, yeah.
And all across not even the United States. I have friends from other countries, UK and South America, shit like that, Canada. Mm-hmm. But it's all the same thing that I'm hearing is we don't want this in the movies. And when you have these movies telling you, like when Black Panther came out, we didn't talk about this, but people were literally saying, if you're white and you go to see Black Panther on the opening day, you should buy an extra ticket and give both your tickets to a black family so they can go. So you're literally telling white people not to come and see your movie, but then you're getting mad when your movie's not making money because all the white people didn't come to see it.
Yeah.
Like, you're insulting your audience. I'm a freaking fan of Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I could identify with Black Panther. I was a kid. I was
wearing a Black Panther shirt yesterday. Yeah, it's like
and I literally can, like I said, I can identify with Lando Calrissian. I got 2 freaking action figures right here of Billy D. Williams.
And Lando wasn't going around saying that he was black either. So
no, it didn't matter. It was like when I was a kid and I'm watching these movies, I'm like, "How you doing, you old pirate?" Like, he's cool. He's freaking awesome. I love him. And then he blows up the second Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
It's Lando who does it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of people forget that. Lando's the one who blew up the second Death Star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's badass, dude.
Yeah.
And he's got 9 Numb chilling with him going, hey, the whole time, dude. Like, I freaking love it. Like, and when that's why I get me personally am even insulted when people say I can't see myself in that character, because I've seen myself in all the characters I love. It doesn't matter their skin color, their sexuality. It doesn't matter.
When I was a kid,
Because when I'm looking at this character, even now, like I just said, Scanlan from Vox Machina on Amazon Prime, which you Amazon, you make good shows and you made Rings of Power, so you're lucky I'm still there. But Vox Machina is a great show. Highly recommend it. And I love Scanlan. Like, I feel for him. I like watch him. I'm not bi. I'm not like crazy like that, but I like his character. And I'm like, I see myself in the way that he's caring. And he doesn't want to show that he's caring all the time, but he is extremely.
I was,
And
as a
he
kid,
masks it with humor, which I used to mask shit with humor all the time. So I can see myself in this character. I don't care what his sexuality is. That's fine. But he's a well-written, good, put-together character.
when I was a kid, I was, inspired by I was inspired by Leia, and she was.
Oh,
and
she's like one of my favorite. I'll let you finish.
I'm just saying, I never had to endure what young women go through, but I've had to endure tremendous amounts of adversity. So I relate to Leia in that sense, in fighting for a cause that I personally think is right. That's something that. So
it's inspiring.
Yeah.
It's inspiring. I mean, goddamn, this woman, young lady, saw her entire civilization gone in a blip.
I would have given up.
Gone in a blip.
Yeah.
And she was strong enough to still press on, and still fight, still not give up the location of the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's inspiring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you're a kid and you're seeing that and you're like once it hits you, like the gravity of that, of like, oh my God, like imagine sitting above Earth and just gone. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably would have caved if I were her.
Well, she didn't cave, but she did, because they used the torture drone.
Right, yeah.
Imperial probe torture device, and it injected her with truth serum. So that's how the was.
Leia and Padme are two, inspiring characters, and
Padme and Attack of the Clones, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
And
tell me about that one episode, or that one scene where her and Anakin are at the fire, and she's dressed so sexy on purpose, bro. You know she put that on to look good in front of Anakin, and she comes out and she sits next to him. She's like, Anakin, no, we can't be together, but like we just like, oh, we can't be together. Like, oh God, look at me, Anakin, but we can't be together. Like, she's like, come on, dude, she's doing that shit on purpose. Like,
but then she's also at the same time,
she was that twisty head kiss, like.
At the same time, though, she's also a badass, senator. She was also a freaking queen, too.
All right. Name me one of our politicians who's currently out there fighting the Ukraine war. Like she's literally fighting in the Clone Wars as a freaking senator.
Mm-hmm.
Badass, dude. She married.
Yeah.
Get out of here, bro. She's marrying Anakin Skywalker. Like, here's the craziest thing, dude. Speaking of that, see, we always get on these tangents. Speaking of that, we haven't even got to our second or third topic, whatever. But she literally, apparently, according to George, had more midichlorians than Anakin. And here's why. When Anakin impregnated Padme, she had 2 twins growing in her.
Mm-hmm.
Both of which the potential to grow as powerful as Anakin. So the midi-chlorian count in her body was insane.
Is that why Luke is so powerful?
I think that's why she knew where to go to find him on Mustafar. Oh no, wait, he said that. He said it to her. Never mind. But like, at that point, according to George, her midichlorian count was higher than Anakin when she died in Revenge of the Sith.
That's wild, bro. It's crazy.
Because she was pregnant with the twins, and the twins' midichlorian count was like real high.
That is actually wild.
I like the midichlorians. I know some people don't. I like that idea that everybody has the Force in a way. Everybody has midichlorians. They're all connected.
I personally don't, but I don't judge the people that do. I just think it's kind of a cop-out.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Like, when Obi-Wan says in A New Hope, I just felt like as if millions of voices all cried out at once and were silenced when Alderaan gets destroyed. He felt that because every single being has midichlorians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so it's like we all have mitochondria.
Actually. Yeah.
And that's what midichlorians are. They're just force-sensitive mitochondria.
I never thought of it like
it's the powerhouse of the cell, dude.
All right, so
I almost started singing.
So
our teachers remember the songs from 7th grade.
Yeah.
Ribosomes. No, dude, what was the one? There was a story of a little spermie. He was one of 300 million.
Remember in 6th grade health, they
wanted to meet an Aggie. Anybody who went to our middle school is gonna go wild when I just sang that song.
Shout out to anybody watching who was in my 6th grade health.
Did you have what's her name? Don't say her name, but
I had Mr. S.
You had Mr. S?
Yeah.
I had Mrs. R.
In our first
from Israel.
In our first day,
Mrs. S in 7th grade. She was dope.
On our first day, remember the song from I think it's Toy Story 1, Strange Things Are Happening. He actually played that when we got to the puberty talk.
The puberty talk.
Yeah.
I watched the God, we've really derailed this conversation. I watched the I remember he had the sign a waiver.
Yeah.
The birth video. And
one of our friends actually passed out during that part.
Bro. These girls just left. They just got up and walked out.
Were you in my 7th grade health class?
Evan was in there.
Right. Yeah.
So were you?
I think
did you have Miss
R for 7th grade or
Miss St. Martin?
For 7th grade?
Yeah, I had St. Martin.
I had her too. I think we were in the same class.
Probably were in the same class.
Because I remember all of those girls.
I don't remember, dude. We had so many different classes with our friends in it, dude.
That's something that I've always loved is that we had such a big friend group that no
matter what, you would have somebody in your class.
Yeah.
That was the shit, dude. And
I
remember every year we'd all send each other the schedule, but to see what classes that we got. People would be posting their schedules on Instagram and shit.
I always hated that, bro.
People were putting schedules on Snapchat, yo, who's got classes with me? That was kind of lit though, because then you already knew I'm gonna sit next to you when I get.
And I mean,
talking about that with our friend Trent.
Oh, word.
Yeah, we were talking about the random school homies that we had and stuff.
Shout out to the homie Trent.
Shout out to anybody listening who went to Maple Point or I just doxed Maple Point. Don't look that
NHS.
I know what state we're in, or NHS.
Especially if you
it
were
doesn't matter, dude. At this point, fuck it.
Especially if you were
come and
like,
smack me in the face, come do it.
especially if you were like
If
one
you're
of like
listening to this podcast, you probably already know where I live, so it doesn't matter.
So I have an unpopular take here that might get me canceled, but I hate fall. I despise fall. I do. And here's why. All right. So the leaves are only colorful for 2 weeks. And then them shits just turn brown, right?
Have you seen fall in the Poconos?
Okay. No, listen to me. Spring is so much crisper and it's like nicer outside. Fall, it's always raining. It's always raining in fall. Okay?
Not all the time.
Like
I love the rain, dude. I love the rain.
I don't mind
Makes
rain,
me feel like I'm chilling on Camino.
but like I'm saying they call it fall, right? Because like, the leaves fall off of the trees, right?
The rest of the world calls it autumn. We
But
only call it fall. Only in like America and Canada and stuff like that they call it fall, but the rest of the world calls it autumn.
right, yeah. But like no, like I'm saying the leaves are only colorful for like, a week and a half, and then they just like, fall off of the trees, and then they're like all like brown and shit. So like I personally, if I were to pick a season, I think spring's probably the best one. That's just my personal that's my personal point of view because it's always 60 every single day. And
it's gonna be funny when I tell you what my favorite one is.
Well, here is the last argument that I will make though. Because when you're in fall, right? It gets dark at like 4. Whereas when you're in like the springtime, it's like light out until like 6 or 7, and then once you get to summer, it's light out until like 9 o'clock. All right, what's your favorite season?
Fall.
Of course it is. I figured that. Yeah.
All right. Here's why.
Okay.
So my favorite season is fall.
Okay.
Because I have a Japanese maple in front of my house, and she is a beautiful tree.
Mm-hmm.
She's very old, and we know it's female. I don't know if people don't know this. Trees have genders.
Mm-hmm.
Trees have genders. All right, I want tree rights. Okay, but no, trees have genders, and all plants do. There's male and female plants, and give it a couple more years, there might be transplants. But transplants. But no, yeah, so she's really old, and we've had arborists come out and test her and make sure she was healthy and stuff like that. And I haven't named her, it's not like that. It's just we know it's a female, so I called her. And she's beautiful in the fall. Absolutely stunning, like bright red leaves, maple leaves, like beautiful tree that I used to climb all the time, which honestly sometimes I still do as a 22-year-old. Sometimes I'll literally walk in my front yard and go, screw it, I'm gonna climb the tree. And I just
Whenever I see one,
climb the tree.
I still climb a tree, yeah.
I feel like it. I mean, sometimes I'll sit up there and like, I mean, no one knows about that though. I didn't say nothing on YouTube. But yeah, like I love fall because she's beautiful in the fall. All the trees in my neighborhood. I mean, we used to have 3 poplars on this street, and I'm telling you, these things were like 7 stories, 8 stories high. These things are massive trees.
Damn.
And they're gone now because they got old and passed away, and had to be cut down because if they fell, a tree 3 houses up literally would have hit my house. 3 houses down. Like these things, I'm telling you, they're massive. You've seen my neighborhood. You've seen how big some of these trees are in here. They've been here. Some of them are hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
And in the fall, it's freaking beautiful. And if you
I'll say that.
You ever do hiking in the East Coast, Northeast Coast specifically, in the fall, you will get the most beautiful colors. The most beautiful colors ever.
It doesn't last for that long, though.
It lasts for about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a month before they all fall. And the thing about fall that I also love is that some days I can go outside in a short sleeve shirt.
It's true.
Other days I can go outside wearing my trench coat if I want to. I can go outside wearing a nice ass jacket. And
you can do that in the springtime, though, too.
You can. That's why I like summer or spring and fall.
Yeah.
I love winter as well. I would say for me, it literally goes fall, winter, summer, spring.
Okay. That's fair.
Spring to me is the same thing as fall. The only thing that I like more about spring than fall is that there's thunderstorms. And I freaking love thunderstorms.
I don't love tornadoes, but I love thunderstorms.
All right. We have not gotten tornadoes in this state in our entire lives until like last year. And if that's not showing you, I mean, I'm an environmental scientist. I go to school for environmental science. Like, if that doesn't show that the earth is changing, I don't know what does. Because there's never been a tornado here. And the way that tornado, quite frankly, fucked everything up is wild.
Yeah, it is.
I've never had to get in my basement before. We did. I had to literally carry my dog, my German Shepherd, down the stairs because she wouldn't go down in the basement. And I was like, get your ass going downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
My ex was here at the time. It was crazy. Like, and she's not from this state. So it was wild. And I was like, we're doing this. Like, I got a tornado warning on my phone, and I said, we're getting in the basement. Everybody in the basement. Mom, Dad.
I was at work.
Dog, get in the basement. I literally even grabbed my lizard and put it in my pocket. I was like, you're staying here. Zip. She's fine. She was in a sweatshirt. She pooped in it. But I was like, you're not. Like, I'm not leaving my lizard up there. The fish, I can't obviously get. And I love anybody here. I know a lot of people are like, oh, they're just fish. No, I love my fish too.
He does love his fish.
I named them all. I have one named Obijobi Kenobi. Oh no, Obijobi Kenobi. Some shit that's really long. Like, but that's like, I love my freaking fish, dude.
This man is dedicated to his fish.
That is my thing. Like, if there's a fire in my house and it starts somewhere I can get to them, which luckily enough, I live right next to a firehouse. So my house catches on fire, God forbid, because I don't want to lose all of that shit.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
That's why take it. All right, anybody here, if you're a collector, take pictures, because that shit goes to insurance. So if you ever lose it in a fire, insurance will give you the money back for all that shit. So take pictures of all your collectibles, but just in case. But
so you only like spring because of the thunderstorms? Is that it?
I love seeing we have crocuses that pop up in our front yard every year. We never planted them; they just pop up. And who doesn't like a crocus? It's a pretty little purple flower. I love it. And I love the fall because the spring because we get the birds back.
I get to hear
types of birds because you know my house, we got a ton of bird feeders in the backyard. So these birds, we have had the same birds come back every year, which is really freaking cool because at this point we've named some of them because we know the difference. We know it's the same bird, like Big Red. He's our red-headed woodpecker. He comes back every year.
Mm-hmm.
Same dude. We've got 2 hummingbirds that come back every year.
Mm-hmm.
They have a little nest right up in this tree over here. We see them come down. I've had them come and go whoop and just zip in front of my face for 2 seconds, and then whoop. It's like they're saying hi. Like, so we've created this little ecosystem in our backyard where animals feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
And they feel like they can come to our backyard. And that's another reason I love spring, because we get, the groundhogs always come back, the bunnies come back. There's all the squirrels are here all year round.
It's
That's
also
the other thing. The squirrels were here all winter. Squirrels usually hibernate.
proof of climate change.
Climate change.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying climate change is bad, because the Earth has done this thousands of times.
It's just something that we need to look at.
The Earth has changed thousands of times, dude. There's nothing we can do about it at all.
I think that my
we can slow it. We can slow the climate change, but no matter what, it's going to happen. What we've done is we've sped it up.
I think that my only argument against fall, Rolo, is that like it's literally dark out at like 4. Like
I don't mind that because I'm a night owl.
You don't mind that?
Nah, I'm a night owl, dude. I don't care. The earlier it's dark, the earlier I can start the fire. And fall is great for fires.
That is true.
And here's the other thing, Halloween. And anybody here who knows me knows that Halloween is my favorite holiday. Absolutely favorite holiday. I will sit out front handing candy out to kids dressed up every year. I love it. I love...
The costumes are getting lamer, though.
Oh, yeah, they are. But I love seeing everybody dress up, and I love just the magic of Halloween. So it makes me so happy to sit there and be like, oh, great costume. Here you go, kiddo. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fun. And
yeah.
And that happens in fall, so maybe that has to do with why I love it so much.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm not as much of a fan of Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't eat. I'm not a big eater and stuff. Like, I'll have my Thanksgiving dinner. I might go back for seconds. And that's usually it. I mean, get me a little bit lit, and I might eat more. But
I think I love the summer because it's light out until like 9:30, and it's just
I
really...
love the summer for that reason too. And I love the summer because it's hot enough for me to swim in the ocean, and I'm a swimmer. I freaking love swimming. I love it, and especially the ocean. Here's the thing: if you guys have never tried this, right? If you've never tried this, a lot of people don't think about it, but it's so freaking simple and easy. Buy yourself a shitty pair of goggles, and next time you're at the beach, dive in a wave with goggles on. You'll see all these little crabs on the bottom, like little tiny Johns. You'll see fish. You might even, if you're lucky, you might even see a skate, which is a type of ray that has no stinger. They're harmless. But you might even see a skate or a dogfish, which is a baby shark, which won't hurt you either. Like it's so freaking cool. I've swam around like literally 20 feet off the beach with goggles on, and I see the coolest shit in there. I found sea glass. Like I'm finding shells. I'm collecting them, putting them in my pocket as I'm underwater. Like, do it. That's why I love the summer. So I love going to the ocean and doing that. So if you guys are at the ocean this summer, buy yourself a shitty pair of goggles and just go jump in the water, because it's so cool. Because so many people never do it. So many people think, oh, I have to be out farther. I have to, get scuba gear, or I have to get a snorkel. You don't need that.
You don't got to go like that far, because there's literally creatures in every single inch of the sea. You think that when you're not walking, that you're not walking onto like some sort of a creature?
On the beach, you're walking on top of ghost crabs and all this other stuff that lives under there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Because every night, why do you think we have sand dunes? Because every single night, those ocean waves come up to the dunes. That's high tide.
The ghost crab. Oh, God.
Oh, no, dude.
Oh, God.
I'm talking about
Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. Did you all see that?
They made him a ghost crab, right? Sebastian doesn't even look like a crab. Well, I know he looks like a too realistic crab. He looks like he's from freaking Crab Rave. Like, hold up. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'll just share my screen. Hold up, everybody.
What are you gonna find? Oh, are you gonna find him? Oh God.
I am.
Oh God. I'll find the '90s one, and then we can do
Yeah,
like,
find the '90s one.
and then we can do like a comparison of it.
Hold up. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta keep talking so it doesn't sound like we're like doing nothing. Bibbity bobbity boobity bop, bibbity bobbity boo.
I don't understand.
Skibbity scouty scoo.
Are you a sim?
The Clavish go to Cinzani.
I don't get why they went for realism because
All right, so we've got that, and then we've got this, and I'm gonna play just a second of this. Yo, I'm telling you, they should lean into it and just make this they just put this in the movie. Like literally lean into it and just put this in the movie. It would be so freaking funny. Let me make sure that, hey, I muted you. Let me make sure that there's
oh my God, bro.
I want to make sure there's not an ad first, dude. I freaking got this. Hold up. This is so freaking funny.
Oh my God. I'm scared to see this.
Hold up. Okay. All right. Let me share screen. So you share a picture of Sebastian first.
All right, bet. So this is Sebastian from The Little Mermaid in the 1990s, which was a movie that many of us loved as kids. Look at him. He doesn't even really like look like a crab, but he's just such an endearing character. Like it's
Oh yeah, dude. I was never into Disney print. I mean, I love Snow White, which they're making Snow White too.
The Lion King,
I
The
love
Little
the Lion
Mermaid.
King. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about princess movies.
Oh yeah.
I never really watched a lot of Disney princess movies. I've seen Cinderella, of course. Who hasn't seen Cinderella? I've seen, you know, Snow White. I've seen the Beauty and the Beast. All great original movies. And I've watched The Little Mermaid once or twice. I watched it with my little cousin, so I never watched it growing up.
Right.
I was watching her one night, so her parents went out and she wanted to watch that movie, and I was like, yeah, of course. So we're watching it. I'm like, this is a damn good movie, a damn good kids movie.
Yeah, it is.
And to see that turned into what I'm about to share for you now.
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay,
Bro.
yeah, okay,
Bro. I don't like. Listen, I've seen the pictures. I don't want to see this because he's literally my favorite character.
you see this?
Oh my God, bro. 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 Look at, there is literally a comparison, John. Yeah, look. Look
how they massacred my boy.
Why are they going for realism?
Look at, there's Ariel and him.
I don't mind Ariel, but why him? Where's his jaw? Where's his mouth?
Oh God, dude, I could show you a clip from the trailer.
Why are his eyes like that?
But I wanted to show you guys this as well. So let me I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. I'm gonna share this screen.
What are the man's eyes?
And this is a little bit of a meme. Let me share this. Let me bring this
Oh my God, bro.
It's the same fucking crab, dude.
It is, bro. It is.
It's crab, dude.
It's the same crab, bro. It's the same crab.
I hope we don't get in trouble for showing that, but it's the same freaking crab. crab.
And the funny thing is,
like I said, they might as well lean into it. Do a crab rave in the freaking movie. Just do it. Like, just have him do the freaking dance of crab. Like, do it.
Listen, bro.
Do it.
Snow crabs don't even go into the water.
No, I'm talking about ghost crabs. They don't go in the water. Yeah.
That's the one that Sebastian is.
Yeah, so he's a ghost crab, but they're smaller and white. But he's also a fiddler crab.
Right, yeah.
Big arm. And that, like, they don't go in the water either. So, like, no matter what, they're incorrect with the way they made this crab look.
Pinchy Pinch?
Oh my god.
Brock, bro.
I'm on my... What did he say? What did he say, dude?
Pinchy Pinch with my pincers, bitch.
Oh, my crabby shit or something. Shout out to Brock, dude. We were freestyling that. He just starts going like, pinchy pinch. Oh, my crab shit. Pinchy pinch, bitch. Oh, my crab shit, huh? Like, he just like went and he's like, pinchy pinch.
Brock would love a crab rave, bro.
Oh, dude, crab rave is lit. I'm gonna listen to that after that. I wish I could play the entire crab rave right now. We'll get in trouble.
Dude,
go watch crab rave, yo. Y'all crack up. I don't
know about you.
One crab just goes.
I don't know about you, Roland, but I would just love to be a crab, bro, because they seem like they have such like a chill life. Like,
everything wants to eat crabs.
Yeah, but you just walk sideways and you're just like vibing and shit like that. Like
vibing, and you
get right
asshole in the foot every once in a while.
Right, it's what I'm saying. But no, but like,
those little dickheads, man. Like, I'm swimming, I put my foot down for once. That's why I always tread water. So I put my foot down for 1 second. One of the little turds is gonna go bink. I'm like, oh, you.
But like, the thing is, though, I'm not super attached to the Little Mermaid. I grew up with like,
I'm not either.
The Lion King. But I feel bad for the people who loved Sebastian, and now they're seeing like what the hell happened to him. Like, and it's like, and if you're gonna change him, make him accurate. Just make him an accurate crab, because
he looks creepy.
He does, bro. What are his eyes? What are his eyes, bro?
He looks like a legitimate crab, which I get. But dude, no. Have you seen the picture of what's Flounder? He's not even a flounder, first of all. And second of all, he just looks like something I would buy at H Mart. At the fish market.
No.
Like, he looks like a dead-eyed fish.
He looks like the angler fish from like Finding Nemo or something.
No, bro, he doesn't even look like that looks better. Look up a picture of him in live action.
Flounder in live action.
Flounder, dude.
God
like,
damn.
Excuse me. He looks like a dead-eyed tuna. Not even a tuna. He looks like a dead-eyed tilapia, but like a yellow and blue tilapia.
Flounder live action.
This movie's gonna bomb just as much as freaking Peter Pan's gonna.
Bro, what is that?
Show our viewers.
Hold on a second. Why does he look like that?
Retarded? Oh, sorry, shit.
Nah, it's cool. You said it and like nothing's happened. What is that? Wait.
No, that's not even it. It's that.
That's him. What is that?
That's Flounder, bro. Are you shitting me?
That's Flounder.
Does it not look like something you would see laying on ice at the fish market?
Yo, that does. But like, the funny thing is, Roland, I don't know fish well, but that is not a flounder. I've seen flounders.
No, not a flounder at all.
It's not.
He never was a flounder. That was just his character name. Because a flounder is a flat fish with two eyes on its head on the same side. I've eaten flounder. It's freaking delicious. But I'm not saying they had to make him a flounder. They didn't even make him look anything like what he is. He's just...
This one kind of looks better, actually. I mean, like, it's
That looks like some shit I would see in a sleep paralysis nightmare.
Here is literally a side by side. Oh my god.
Do you see that? It's the same shot. The same shot.
Oh my god. That's scary.
Hey, you guys. There's your Little Mermaid live action, everybody. It's really triumphant and brave, though. So don't worry.
Who is that appealing to? That's like the thing that like
no one's gonna see it. And you asked me why Disney's bleeding money. Like,
I mean,
freaking joke and a half, dude.
I mean, post Malone, they tried everything. Remember in 2019 when he came out with Hollywood's Bleeding and no one even like talked about that shit?
No one paid attention, dude. He wasn't wrong because he's based.
Yeah.
Like there's some people out there that are freaking based and they get it. And if you don't know what based means, it's basically the opposite of woke.
Well, based is the new woke. Is what it is.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because woke started as being based.
Yeah.
Now it's turned into this crazy shit. And now, like, and the fact, like, I bet you 100% all of our parents and any adults listening never expected there to be conversation about the words woke and based in their life. Growing up, they never would have expected that the word woke would actually be a movement and based would actually be against said movement.
My mom doesn't even know what based means.
Well, yeah, I just explained it to my parents the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I said it. I was like, that guy's based when I was watching TV and they with them as I was making food or whatever. And they're like, oh, what's that mean? I explained it. I was like, it's literally just the opposite of woke. It's like you know that like it's hard to explain.
Yeah, it is.
It's difficult to explain. It's difficult to explain woke unless you've actually witnessed all of this shit.
You know what's wild though? This album has a 97% liking rate. That is actually crazy.
Good shit.
And it's called Hollywood's Bleeding. And no one ever talks about this album. No one ever talks about it.
Dude, he's right though. Cause like there's so much shit that goes on in Hollywood that is just wrong. Wrong.
Yeah.
Like, there's I don't even know if I can mention this. It goes from grooming people when they're kids, turning them into this shit. Why do you think nobody wants the island that we all know about lists coming out of who went to said island?
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood is messed up. There are really good people in Hollywood, and there are evil people in Hollywood. And if that hasn't been proved with the Weinstein shit and things like that, like, I don't know what else is going to prove it to you. Look at fucking Ezra Miller. He's protected as shit right now when he should be in prison.
He's going to be able to be as the
action through dropping the soap right now.
He's going to be at the premiere of the Flash movie, front and center. Meanwhile, there are, like we have Ezra Miller and we have Amber Heard, but then freaking Brendan Fraser was he's getting
shit. Brendan Fraser's getting shit because he wore a fat suit to make himself look more fat than he already was. He was already fucking fat in the first place.
I guarantee that Ezra Miller is going to win the Oscar for next year.
You better not. Like that movie's gonna bomb. If anything that I've heard is that Keaton's only in it for like the same amount of time that Boba Fett was in Return of the Jedi. And that's the only reason people want to see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because quite frankly, does anybody here really give a fuck about the Flash?
I mean, like,
I don't.
I feel bad for like Flash fans, but like,
so why? I feel bad for you because you're a fan of that character.
Yeah, but like, I can't stand by this because like this is not like what the Flash as a character, what he like stands for and means is everything that is against what Ezra Miller is. And so like the fact that Ezra Miller is
I'm sorry to say this. Ezra Miller's a piece of shit. I'm not sorry to say that, actually. I'm sorry to our viewers that I said shit. But I just also said the F word and the R word. So Ezra Miller can go fuck himself.
Mm-hmm.
Which he probably already does.
Yeah. Yeah. Him.
He's a nut job. He's abducted people, dude. How is this man not in bars? He has abducted underage people, brought them to his ranch in Montana when their parents didn't know where the hell they were, and this man's not in bars.
Warner Bros. Sent him to therapy.
Yeah, okay, somebody made this point the other day. I was watching, shout out to Camelot 331. Really freaking awesome channel. This guy is so down to earth, so sweet. I hope that one day we get to talk to him because he likes helping like smaller channels. Freaking funny, cool ass dude, and he's based. And literally, I was like watching his stream the other day, and they were talking about Ezra Miller, and it was all the fact that shit, I just lost it. What were we just talking about? What did we just say? Him kids? Sure, like that. Yeah, okay, got it. So he was sorry about that. Sometimes I got so much shit going on in here. Sometimes my mind is like,
it's cool, homie. It happens to me too.
Yeah, so they're talking about Ezra Miller and the fact that he has a theory. Camelot has a theory. Which, again, go check out his channel. He just had Critical Drinker on, Quarter Black Garrett, Gary from Nerdrotic, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, Drunk 3PO, Disparu, so many good shows. Like, they were awesome. And he doesn't talk nerdy stuff most of the time. Most of the time, it's like, so tell me about how you got into YouTube. Or what's your relationship like in life? You know, it's interesting stuff about, like, things you wouldn't hear on Friday Night Tights.
Right.
Like that. And so I'm watching him, and he brings up the fact that Ezra Miller, and he has a theory that people in Hollywood have contracts. And now obviously we know that. But in his way, he's saying an unwritten contract of, like, you can get away with shit if you do what we need you to do. Because there's so many Hollywood actors that just get away with shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got this theory that they're like, all right, you can get away with as much as you freaking want. We'll try and protect you up until this point. Or
Jared Leto as well.
Or skip ahead if you don't want to hear this. Skip 10 seconds if you don't want to hear this. Ezra Miller's getting on his knees and doing so in the writer's room.
It's possible. It's
Or the
possible.
producers.
Yeah, but grooming children is,
Listen, dude. Jennifer Lawrence has been on more couches than a lot of other people have.
Nothing personal against Jennifer Lawrence, but she's not really all that great of an actress either. Like
something personal against her because she said she was the first female. Jennifer Lawrence is the first female everything, dude. She did everything first. Jennifer Lawrence created this channel, dude. You didn't even know that. It's crazy. She created RG Energy before you did, dude. It's nuts.
Technically, my mom came up with it, not her.
Yeah, but Jennifer Lawrence created your mom.
Yeah, man.
Nobody doesn't get that joke. It's because Jennifer Lawrence said she was the first female action star.
What an insult to Carrie Fisher.
What an insult to Sigourney Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
Charlize Theron. Like,
even Natalie Portman.
Anybody else. Like,
yeah. Like
Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, dude.
But nah, it's like
so Ezra Miller groomed kids, he's beaten people. There's videos of him throwing chairs at people. He's broken into houses, he's stolen and burgled houses.
If anybody
kill people, if he's hurt people, how is this man not in a psych ward or a prison?
if he was a
Because
normal
he's not going to
person,
go to a prison. Because if he goes to a prison, then a big man named Jimmy Skittles, is going to come and bend him over 24/7 because he's a little bitch.
if he was a normal person, trust me that he would be in jail. But
if I did all the shit he did, if I did one of the things that he did, I'd be in prison.
Yeah, right.
I'd be in prison 100%.
Yeah, and
it wouldn't matter how good my lawyer is. If I took a child from their home, got them drunk, did drugs with them, brought them to freaking Montana to stay at my ranch where I did God knows what with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to freaking jail.
The fact that
I can't say the name on YouTube, but this is some guy who definitely hung himself in his cell type shit.
The fact that he didn't get kicked off of the movie was like wild to me, which just shows that Warner Brothers doesn't have any kind of
money to redo the movie. They don't have the money. They have to use them. They're broke as shit. They don't have the money to remake this entire movie.
Just cancel the movie because it's gonna bomb anyway. So just cancel it because no one wants to see it.
They're doubling down. They're like, screw it. We know it's gonna fail. They know it's gonna fail.
That's why they're still like going through with that and with the Aquaman movie as well. And I feel bad.
Does Aquaman even have a release date, bro? No.
It was supposed to come out in
and the Marvels was supposed to come out in July, but Marvel and WB, it's not superhero fatigue, it's superhero apathy.
Yeah, because
no one cares, dude. No one cares.
I feel bad.
I'm worried that's what's gonna happen with Star Wars now.
I feel bad for Zachary Levi, but nah, dude, Shazam flopped. Did you see that? It is not doing good. It is not doing good because no one cares about superhero movies.
Neither did Ant-Man.
No.
But you know what did do good? This brings us back to that point. Top Gun and Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
No identity politics. No social justice shit. Just a good, fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the proof is in the freaking pudding.
Even Demon Slayer is doing well too.
Demon Slayer is doing well, but a lot of people are pissed about Demon Slayer because the first half of the movie is the last 2 episodes of the last season.
That's true.
I've already seen this.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
same thing with Mugen Train, though, dude. Mugen Train, we already saw Mugen Train. That was
listen though.
Mugen Train
when you have Cocaine Bear making more money than Ant-Man.
I know the guy who wrote Cocaine Bear.
That's wild to me. The fact that you have a non-superhero movie beating out an MCU movie is wild to me.
Yeah, I know the guy who wrote that. He wrote a lot of good stuff, but yeah,
it just shows.
I guarantee you, everybody who's listening to this show has watched something that he wrote. And I can say it off stream, but what he wrote. Because I just told you before the stream.
It's a shame because you guys know me. I'm a big fan of superheroes. That is my thing. That was what I used to find the strength to, carry on. Was when I would look at Batman or I would look at Spider-Man fighting crime, going through things and still being better people. And now we don't have that. And kids need that. Kids need superheroes, but they don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
Kids need strong male and female characters. And growing up, I loved Arwen and Eowyn in Lord of the Rings and Leia and
Mm-hmm.
Padme just as much as I loved Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas,
Yeah.
Gandalf,
I
Anakin,
love
Obi-Wan.
She-Hulk, bro. And then
I
now,
freaking love you guys know this. I freaking love She-Hulk.
mm-hmm.
And they just completely ruined her character.
Yeah. Yeah. And that they had something there where they could have made a strong woman character, but they
Dude,
just
she would have been a great Avenger. I don't
I
even know if
know.
she might be an Avenger coming forward, but she would have been so good.
I
Have her
know.
and Hulk team up for a fight. Why did that not happen in the show?
Because she had to be better
Molest
than him.
Daredevil?
Don't, bro.
She did molest Daredevil, is that why? Because that's literally what she did.
Bro, the fact that he's in that show is still crazy to
He
me.
did the freaking walk of shame.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was
And then
that shit makes me grab my beard and want to pull it. Like, you made Daredevil do the walk of shame. He's literally holding his shoes. Like some kid who just banged a girl at college and has to go back to his dorm.
and you want to know something?
This is Daredevil we're talking about.
Daredevil's a badass. So, like,
And a blind badass at that.
yeah, right. He's basically Marvel's Batman. And and like the fact that happened to him pisses me off.
It pisses me off too because Daredevil is such a great character. And you got Charlie Cox back just to, quite frankly, cuck him.
I was excited when he was in like No Way Home, but then they ruined it because Marvel ruins everything. Because they can't just not make a good show. Everything has to be, they have to make it for like, the mainstream. They don't.
No, they have to make it for a modern audience. That's what they always say. We have to make this for a modern audience.
But you want to know something? They only make it for
Marvel says they all say it, modern audience.
They make it for the 4 people on Twitter who never read a single comic ever.
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah. That's who they make it for. Because they don't care about us, the fans. They care about
the real fans who actually give a shit and will actually go and watch it, which is why they're losing so much money.
Exactly. Right.
Because the people that are bitching on Twitter and the people that are bitching to them on the internet or whatever aren't going to see your movies, dude.
Nope.
They're not fans.
Nope.
Because they go out and they want to call us real fans racist, bigot, Nazi sometimes. They want to say all that shit because you don't like the way that they portray these characters. When in reality, they have no idea who these characters are because they don't freaking watch or read or do any of the stuff. They've never been fans. They don't get it. It's so infuriating that they listen to these people that have no care for this, no care for the source material, no love for what this really meant to millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like this stuff means life to some people.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if after The Rise of Skywalker or after certain Marvel movies, some people were just at the end of their rope. If they were going through hell in their life, I wouldn't be surprised if some people ended it because the last thing they had left is now dead.
Yeah.
You've committed corporate suicide.
Basically, yeah. Because there are people,
and there's still good movies. There's still good movies coming out, and I still have hope for Star Wars. I fucking love it. I'm gonna watch Star Wars no matter what. But I don't blame people for going, I am so done. I'm sick and tired of this. You've ruined everything I care about.
And
that's why we need people to create new IPs.
And
like
the people
3PO, like Will Jordan, Critical Drinker, like Shadiversity. Like these people are creating new IPs on their own, like the Epic Verse, like all these other places, like and Eric July with ISOM, which is a great freaking book. So like these people are creating their own and they're inspiring other people to create their own. I'm writing a freaking book. Like, so I'm like, if they're gonna take all this from us and demonize it and bastardize it and turn it into something it never was, then fine. I'll take all the aspects I loved from all of these things and create my own.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then hopefully someday kids will read my book.
Yeah.
And maybe if that book ends up being successful, I mean, it's going to take me years. Yes, I am writing a book. This is the first time I've said it. But
kids need fantasy. Kids need superheroes.
Kids need heroes. And that's why we need adults like ourselves and people older than us creating this stuff. Because if it wasn't for adults that had passion in it in the first place and cared for it in the first place, then we wouldn't have any of this. And this goes back to stories. And story is so important for humans.
Yeah,
for humanity. It started with cave paintings. It started with spoken word. Like, stories are how we know history.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start rewriting that or changing that, that is a very, very dangerous slope. Very dangerous when you start deleting history. Or changing history. Or changing books. It's dangerous stuff.
That should be considered a crime.
And that's why we need people like you, me, any of our viewers here. If you feel inspired to write something, draw something, create anything,
whether it's books,
I highly encourage you to just do it. No one's gonna stop you except for
music. You can make music. You can make movies. Like
no one's gonna stop you except for you.
Right?
Because if you guys are listening to this, you probably are. Even if you disagree with us, you probably understand where we're coming from with this stuff, with Hollywood and whatnot and things like that. And we need to create our own culture, our own thing, because our culture has been taken over. And that's it's a scary, scary thing when you control pop culture, because it's been proven time and time again that certain sides don't care about it and other sides do. And the fact that one side cares more than the other creates a specific narrative that what are you going to do about that? It's like when the King of England takes over and he goes, hey, this is the law. That's the law, because nobody else ever was like, hey, well, what about this? See, like, we need everyone to work together here. Left, right, middle, up, down, diagonal. Everybody work together here to protect the things that we love. We can't let, like, thank God, again, I'm going to thank you, all the Lord of the Rings fans, because we stopped them. We fought and we won. It was our first big win, was Rings of Power. Star Wars is an ongoing battle. But Rings of Power was the first win of a fandom, that the entire fandom, whether you're conservative, liberal, anything, most of them, 90% of this fandom went, fuck that. And that to me is beautiful. That people can stick together no matter their beliefs about don't touch Tolkien. Don't change Tolkien. We want a Lord of the Rings show. We want a Silmarillion show. We want this show. But you bastardized it. Not 2 minutes into the first episode. And hail to all of you. Any single person who gave that trailer a dislike or didn't give it didn't even give the show a watch. Good on you.
I want to say, hail to the.
You helped defend Tolkien's legacy. I'm proud of all of us Tolkien fans for that.
I also want to say, hail to the Halo fans that did not watch the Halo show.
Yeah, hail to the Halo fans, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hail Halo fans.
Yeah.
You guys are the same thing. Actually, that was the first big win. Because that was the first time that all fans stuck together and went, what the hell is this?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Master Chief's face Get out of here.
Master Chief's ass. Get out of here. Yeah.
Like, yeah. Hail to the Halo fans. Hail to the Lord of the Rings fans.
Hail to Star Wars fans too. Like, I mean,
Game of Thrones fans as well. Yeah. We all stuck together for this shit. Game of Thrones is a different story though because it was just rushed.
Right. Yeah.
But the fact that we all stuck together for this, and the entire world of fans came together to go, no, you're not doing this. You might have already made it, but we're gonna make sure that it fails because we don't want this.
Right. Yeah.
We do want this, though. That's what sucks. We want more Halo. We want more, like, Lord of the Rings. You had gold with Halo. And to any of our new reviewers, I've talked about this. We reviewed the whole show a couple months ago. And probably longer than that. We reviewed the show months and months ago. But
early on our podcast, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the first podcasts, I think. But, like, how? I'm like, it's mind-boggling how you don't do Reach 1, 2, and 3. Like, what?
And there was someone that wanted to make it, too.
Yeah, Peter Jackson telling you to do it! That's the other thing. Peter Jackson, for both that, for the Halo show, and for the freaking Lord of the Rings, Rings of Prime. Like,
they don't listen to Peter Jackson, though.
Jackson, bro. You had the Golden Goose, and you gave him the finger.
The man who made the Lord of the Rings.
Ooh,
yeah.
I have to tell you something about that after the show. I can't say on live.
Oh, okay.
I know some stuff about Rings of Power that we can. I want to tell you, but I can't say it on here.
Oh, okay.
I learned that from my source.
Oh, word? Oh, okay. Well, I think that we should get into something fun to wrap it up, but it's going to take.
We're not trying to be negative here, guys. It's just like I think most of you see where we're coming from with this stuff, and I'm just placing the facts out there. I'm just placing out what I've seen, what I've been witnessing in this space for the past 12 years.
There is something that I want to say too. I remember when we had our, Q&A, and someone asked, why do you guys hate all of, the new things?
I was thinking about that as well.
It's not that we want to. It's just that we want quality stuff. I think
it's quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not that we want to hate the stuff that's new. We want to love it. Do you think that I want to sit here and say I don't want to watch Flash because I'm a Flash fan? That doesn't make any sense. Why would me, a Flash fan, say I don't want to watch Flash? That really does not make any sense. So
me being the biggest freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi fan, you think I would sit here and say I hated that show?
Right, yeah.
It makes me sad, man. It literally hurts. I don't even I don't even want to think about it because you had two people that I love. They're heroes to me in Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor. As actors, they're heroes to me. And Obi-Wan is one of my favorite movie characters of all time. And he's my favorite Star Wars character, without a doubt. And for you to shake that, for you to make me think to myself, I don't know if he's my favorite character anymore, is massive. He still is because I'm blocking this show from my mind, but to see my hero turned into a wimp who can't even use the Force, it was insulting and it hurt. And that's why Mandalorian Season 3 is losing viewers. Because people are just sick and tired of Disney, and they're not even giving it the time of day.
Nope.
And that's sad, because Mando's pretty damn good. Andor was freaking awesome. Anybody talking about it? No. Andor fucking slapped. It was an awesome show. But it did not get the numbers it deserved because you came out with Kenobi. And you just destroyed him. Like, fundamentally, he's not even doing what Yoda told him to do. Which,
you know what's funny?
Meditate and practice and be ready no matter what. If Vader shows up on Tatooine, you need to be ready. You're telling me he can't even use the Force? And he's riding bitch to some dude who just cuts up a giant, like, sand whale or whatever?
You
Like,
want to know something? God. It's gotten to the point now where, like, I talk to DC people. I am in DC chats and I am talking to diehard fans, and there were people that were like willing to go to the Flash, that were like willing to suck it up because they all wanted to see Keaton. But there are people, I'm talking to diehard fans that are like, I'm not seeing this now because just they feel like Warner Brothers doesn't care, and they just don't. These don't be tricked. These companies, they want your money, but they don't care about your heart.
They don't
and
care
your
about
soul.
you. No, they don't give a shit about us.
No. They want our money. They want our money. They want our watch time, but they don't care about us. So.
Oh, and they lie about the statistics all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Rings of Power was a total triumph, but they won't let anybody review it, and they're deleting reviews.
Yeah, the lowest that they let it go was like to like a 6.8 or something.
Mm-hmm. They won't let it go below 6.8.
And I was generous.
6.7.
I was generous, and I gave it a 3. And they literally took my literally took my thing down.
Yeah, they took his thing down, dude.
And I was nice, and I gave it a 3. But this is all of the movies that will be coming out soon. And
20 minutes.
And I'm really looking forward to John Wick.
Okay, John Wick. Go. If anybody here doesn't already know who he is, Chris Gore. Chris Gore, already saw it. He runs Film Threat on YouTube, and he used to run that magazine back in the 80s and 90s, and still now, I believe. Yeah, he's great. Chris already saw John Wick, and he said it was an amazing movie. He said it was just as good as the first one.
That's awesome.
Not better.
That's awesome.
So, other than John Wick, I'm excited for this year.
Dungeons and Dragons. There's a Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, you haven't seen the trailer?
I
could pull it up for you. We could watch it.
I heard something about it, but I didn't think that it was real. Ooh, the Mario Brothers movie.
Oh yeah. Mario's gonna make over $1 billion. I think so. I think it's gonna make over $1 billion.
You think so?
Yep.
Hunger. The Pope's Exorcist.
The thing about Dungeons and Dragons is that they quite literally said, we purposely wanted to emasculate the male characters. You can find the article. And it's got Chris Pine in it, who, Captain Kirk and all this other stuff in the Smoke Tank movies, but they specifically said, we think it's funny to emasculate the main male characters, and like,
why?
I don't. I'm all fine with you making the brute of the group like a female. Yeah. Have her be the one at the front lines kicking ass. But you don't have to emasculate a man.
So didn't they do that with Gina in Mando? That was kind of
perfect. That one scene where it's Gina, Bo, Fennec, and the wrestler girl,
Sasha Banks. Yeah,
Sasha Banks. Yeah, it's all 4 of them kicking stormtrooper ass.
You mean badass women? Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah.
You're not sitting there thinking to yourself, oh, it's 4 women on screen. Because they're not making it obvious like Endgame did. When Endgame had this massive war at the end of it. And somehow in this massive war, all of the women knew where they were. And they all just ended up together. Like, that doesn't make any
You seen how
doesn't make any sense. You're fighting on a battlefield that is literally like a mile long. And how the hell you're like, oh, I'm coming because, Mrs. Iron Man shows up and then all the other girls got to show up, but not a single guy does because they don't give a fuck. Like, I don't get it. That to me does not make sense. That would never happen in a battle. That would never happen unless they had a female group chat in their earpieces. Like,
look at how well
Creed 3 and Scream 4 above Ant-Man, 65 above Ant-Man.
Bro, Creed is too.
Jesus Revolution making almost as much as Ant-Man. Cocaine Bear making almost as much as Ant-Man. And this
Avatar
is the weekend.
Still doing good too.
This is the weekend, and Avatar is still doing great. Puss in Boots is still doing great. They're still in theaters. Operation Fortune, which was fucking dope, is still in theaters doing good. That's the new Jason Statham movie, which I absolutely loved and highly recommend because it made me want to go home and play Warzone. That game is so good. Look at that. Above a Marvel movie.
I mean, Creed is a Rocky movie, but
no. 2 years ago, Ant-Man would have been above Creed and Scream and 65 and all of this. 2 years ago. If this came out after Endgame, that shit would have been at the top.
It's true. It's true, yeah. Yeah.
This literally is proof right here, guys, of Marvel losing money and Disney losing money. People aren't going because people aren't interested.
Guardians of the Galaxy comes out.
Guardians of the Galaxy is going to save them if it's good.
It better be good.
Because it's not even connected to the rest of the MCU.
Fast and Furious.
Its own thing. It's its own thing in this movie.
Fast and Furious 10? Fast
10 is probably going to do all right. The other one that's going to do really good is Mission Impossible.
The Little Mermaid comes out in May, the same time that Fast and Guardians.
We already know we will report on this when it comes out, but we already know Transformers: Rise of the Beast is probably going to do pretty good.
Ooh, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm hyped for that one.
That's Sony. That's not Disney.
I know.
And Transformers is probably going to do pretty solid. The Flash is not going to go well. Dune Part 2 is going to do amazing. I'm betting money on that.
Indiana Jones comes out in June.
Indiana Jones. People are going to see it because it's Indiana Jones. I'm not saying the movie's going to get good reviews, though.
Insidious?
You know what they should have done? I bet you right now they're regretting having Phoebe Waller-Bridge be Harrison Ford's co-star instead of Short Round. I don't want to butcher his name because I don't remember it off the top of my head, and I don't want to sound like a racist. But yeah, he imagine if it was Short Round and Indy, but Short Round's an adult, and they meet Sala and they go on some cool ass mission to find Atlantis or stop the Nazis.
Insidious comes out in
Didn't even know there was an Insidious coming out. Did anybody here know there was another Insidious coming out? I didn't. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, over $1 billion already, guaranteed. $2 billion. It's making $2 billion. Everybody's hyped for Dead Reckoning.
Yo, did you see that there's a Barbie movie?
Oppenheimer's another one. Oppenheimer's gonna kill it. I'm excited for that.
It comes out the same day that Barbie does.
Yeah, it's gonna destroy Barbie.
TMNT.
Get that shite out of my face, mate.
The Blue Beetle is getting a movie.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, but we haven't even seen a trailer. We've seen nothing.
Right, and it comes out in August. That's not that far away.
I'm excited for I love the Blue Beetle, and I like it because the actor playing the Blue Beetle is Miguel from Cobra Kai. From what I've heard,
there is an there is another Expendables movie.
Apparently.
Yo, Roland, we should definitely go and see this one.
Dude, I'm all in. Paw Patrol, let's fucking go. Paw Patrol over 3 billion.
Kraven the Hunter comes out in
No,
October.
no, it doesn't because it's been slated. This is wrong. The Exorcist, I just saw the trailer for that, I think.
Saw
No,
10.
Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2 is gonna kill it.
The Marvels is coming out in November.
Maybe. Because it was supposed to come out in July and they pushed it to November.
There's a
Because
new
they know it's gonna be
Hunger Games
fucking
movie? A new Hunger Games movie.
What?
Trolls 3. Okay. Oh no. Another Wonka movie.
I feel like I heard about that.
Another
Stop.
another Ghostbusters movie.
I'm tired of it, Hollywood. Just come up with something new.
Yo, Roland, look at what comes out on Christmas Day to end the year.
Ooh, that's the other one, Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
Rebel Moon, I'm hyped for. That's Zack Snyder's movie that he pitched to Disney for Star Wars, and they said no. So he's like, fuck it, I'll make it on my own.
I like
it's not
Zack Snyder, bro.
Wars, but he's creating his own world. It's going to be so Star Wars-like. This could be the new... This and Dune. Dune's like the new Lord of the Rings right now, with the way that it's going to be written, but sci-fi. And then Rebel Moon's going to be like the new Star Wars, dude. I'm hyped for Rebel Moon. Hyped from everything I've heard.
I wasn't a huge fan of, the Snyderverse movies, but
I like Zack Snyder as a
director. You can tell that he's a massive nerd. That like
he is, yeah, he's a huge nerd.
Yeah, right. So like you can tell
he's
that
not
like,
associated with geeks and gamers, but he's a huge nerd. That's an inside joke,
but nah, dude. Aquaman comes out on Christmas. Who's gonna go see Aquaman on Christmas?
Not me.
Not me.
I am not gonna see Amber Heard on screen.
But they pushed that movie back because it was supposed to come out right.
Is Amber Heard naked in the movie? Because that might make me see it.
Amber Heard. No,
hey man, actually, she's crazy, but she's not bad looking.
Her name's not Amber Heard anymore. I don't think.
Heard.
She like changed
Amber shit in your bed.
She like changed her name or something. She no longer like identifies as, Amber Heard. She is now the woman formerly known as Amber Heard. That sounds like some like, Prince type of like a thing.
Is that literally what she says?
Yeah. Yeah. She like put it onto her Instagram account. She's like, I am the woman formerly known as Amber Heard. And I'm like, what? That
she's nuts, people. Can you not realize this?
Her and Ezra Miller would make a great couple.
Her and Ezra Miller would make like an evil, like, no, I don't want them to be a couple because they would create like Satan's spawn.
They would make the Antichrist, bro.
That kid would be so messed up.
They would make the Antichrist.
No, well, they never would though, because Ezra Miller's.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's true.
No, he would do it just so he could create a child to groom.
Oh my god.
You would have her like put a. Oh my god.
And people,
like, you put this Harvey Weinstein mask on real quick.
Oh my god, bro! No.
Just let's have a kid. All right, just put this Harvey Weinstein mask on.
Say goodbye to my YouTube channel.
Hey, you can't get mad for saying his name.
It's true.
He's a man. He's a person. Things happen. I'm not saying a certain man who owns an island who definitely hanged himself in a cell. So,
bruh, that is.
So
That
out of those movies, though, what are you looking forward to?
Here, let me to be honest, I'm probably looking forward to a lot of the animated movies. Like I'm looking forward to the
my top 3. I know you're excited for Spider-Man.
I am excited for Spider-Man. I guess I'm excited for the Hunger Games.
There's not even anything out for the Hunger Games, so I'm not really. I didn't even
I'm
see the
excited
last
for
Hunger Games movie. I fell off of them because I liked the first one. I liked the second one, and wasn't there 2 parts to the third?
yeah.
I never watched it.
They tried to do the Harry Potter thing. I'm
I don't
hyped.
watch either of those.
I'm hyped for Dune, and I guess if they were to do it right, I'm hyped for Craven the Hunter. And I'm hyped for
Hunter could be really cool if they did it correctly.
And I'm hyped for the Paw Patrol movie too.
Fuck yeah, Paw Patrol, 100%. No, but I'm like, all right, John Wick.
Yeah. I'm nervous about the Blue Beetle. I want that to be good.
These movies are all delayed. Like Craven the Hunter, Blue Beetle, we know nothing about them. Like,
yeah,
there's not even leaks. If there's not even leaks, it's not even in production.
No.
So they're not coming out this year.
Probably not. No.
Probably not.
All right. Well, then I guess it's Dune, and it's probably Spider-Verse. Those are what I'm looking forward to most.
Dune, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, and John Wick. And Ahsoka, if that comes out this year, the Ahsoka show. I'm hyped on that as a show, though. There's a lot of anime I'm hyped for.
Oh yeah.
But I finally made it to actual movies for the box office in Hollywood. I think it's John Wick, Mission Impossible, Dune.
I really hear that like Keanu Reeves kills it. So
Chris Gore said he loved it. He's seen it twice now. I mean, lucky bastard got to see it before it even came out. So
all of the John Wick movies though are banners. So, but
third one's all right. But there's that one scene, dude. I think it's the second one where he's coming in arming up, and you got the dude there playing like the butler, and he goes, "What would you like for your cutlery, sir? Like, what would you like for dessert?" He's like asking things like that, but he's like picking all of these guns and weapons and shit. Like, that's a great scene. I freaking love that scene.
I also love like the pencil scene. Like, oh my god.
Nuts.
Yeah.
John Wick is a badass, dude. You know what? I really want a Cyberpunk Edge Runners 2 where you give me Johnny Silverhand's like story.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do live action, bro. Get Keanu Reeves to play Johnny Silverhand in live action. I would freaking love it. I love that game. I know it had its glitches and stuff like that, but the story is freaking sick.
It works fine on PS5.
It works. You play it?
Yeah.
It works fine on the Xbox Series X too.
Yeah.
I'm loving it, dude. I've played Cyberpunk.
I don't think it was ready for current gen.
I beat it 3 times, I think. I got my female character and my male character.
It wasn't ready for current gen.
My female character looks hot.
I think that's what it was. I think it wasn't ready to be on like the PS4 and it wasn't ready to be on the Xbox One because like it runs smoothly whenever I boot it up. Like,
yeah, dude, I literally had one game breaking glitch.
Yeah, but like games,
and I looked it up on Reddit, right? Done. Somebody already had to fix. It was go back to last save and then resave, and you'll fix the glitch. And I did it, and it worked.
Games glitch though. Like, I mean, games.
Oh, dude, it's fucking Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim is the glitchiest game in the world, and I love it to death. I literally was talking to a character in Skyrim one time, and I finished the conversation, and then I ended up back in a conversation with him, but it was another version of him next to him that was just in the ground, and the only thing sticking up was his head, and he was looking up at me, like talking to me, and I was stuck in conversation, had to have the same conversation again, and then he just went. I was like, that was the funniest shit like ever. Like,
I'm saying, bro, glitches do make games funny. Like,
as long as it's not game breaking, it cracks me up. I mean, yeah, there's still glitches in Cyberpunk. When you have that many assets moving around on their own in a game, it's gonna glitch. It's gonna happen.
do you have any games that you were looking forward to?
Oh, yeah, Jedi Survivor, baby.
Oh yeah, same.
Coming out in a month.
I'm hyped for that.
Did you see that new Jedi Survivor trailer? We can show that.
Bro, it's wild. Yeah.
So,
why don't we show
you saw
that?
the new one? Yeah. I'll pull it up.
Why don't we show that before we like wrap things up here? While you're pulling that up, I gotta plug my computer in because it's about to die.
Alrighty there, mate. Well, I am going to shatter my screen. Hold up.
You guys get to see me. Hello. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Pull this up right quickie. Present it.
Whew. Okay.
All right. And I do still want to show that one clip at the end just to remind people of something cool.
Of course.
So here we go. If you want to share that.
I got it.
Thanks. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go watch this dope ass trailer.
It's been a long 5 years.
Already the game of the year.
We've tried to resist. Fear and mistrust rule the galaxy.
The lightsaber combat's different.
Yeah, it is.
Look into the fire.
Oh, he has a beard now.
It will warm you. Keep you company. But left unchecked, it will consume everything until there is only ash.
How could you let the galaxy fall to this unworthy machine of an empire?
Hope may feel beyond our grasp. I
Yo!
think we finally found somewhere the Empire can't reach us.
Imagine. No more looking over your shoulder.
It looks
A
beautiful.
place that's worth fighting for. No matter the cost.
Damn, it's awesome.
The game is gonna be so good, dude. Yeah,
I think it might win the.
Ask it what I'm hyped for.
I think it might win the game of the year.
I think there's definitely a possibility.
I think either that or the new Zelda game or the new Spider-Man game because they're
a new Spider-Man game coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What else? What else is coming out this year?
I'm sure there's gonna be a new COD. Oh,
there's Elden Ring
Assassin's
DLC.
Creed.
Oh, Assassin's Creed, yeah, Assassin's Creed.
Mirage.
Mirage, yeah. And Elden Ring's getting DLC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's gonna blow up because everybody loves Elden Ring.
Not really a lot of big games are coming out, but there are like 5 major games, and
I mean, there's some like smaller games or some cool DLCs and stuff.
yeah. But I think it's gonna overall be a pretty good year for entertainment because it seems like there's more for the fans now because like last year there was nothing for fans. So I feel like there's a little more now. There's now like the fans are getting crumbs, whereas last year we got like 1 crumb, and like
I think
now
we're eating good right now with Mando and Bad Batch. I think we're eating pretty good. We're eating better than Marvel is.
well we'll
see at the end of the season.
We will tackle that on Sunday too.
Well, yeah, and then next week is a Bad Batch finale.
Wild.
2-episode finale.
That is something else.
Yeah.
The
We'll
fact
end
that
up talking about that stuff later.
yes, sir. So what clip did you want to play to?
So actually, I want to plug all our stuff first. And
Oh,
then
well, yeah, of course.
I figured we'll just end the video or the stream with this clip, and then as soon as the clip's over, just cut the stream and call it a day.
All right.
And I'll see you in the back room. But anyway, I want to thank everybody first. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks everybody for showing up and listening to us as always. Hail to our listeners who are here every week. We love you guys. Hail to the guests that we've had on, and like anybody else who listens. Feel free to reach out to us as always. Feel free to talk to us. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Of course, I got to grift a little bit here, and yeah, dude, we're keeping this going. We're getting places, so this is a lot of fun. And again, can never do this without you guys. So find me at Roller Films. Find him at RG Energy. Anywhere you want to find us, we're there. So thank you. And I will. You want anything you want to say?
Just thank you guys for watching, as always, and thank you guys for being. I like to think I have the best fans, and then, my fans have became Roland's fans, and vice versa.
That means a lot to me too, guys. Thank you.
I have the best fans, and we couldn't do this without you guys. And there's a lot more YouTube content coming. Liam and I are doing a review on a show that comes out in a few days, and yeah, and then on the music front, wink, wink, we may or may not be doing stuff. So just
you guys will see very soon.
Just keep an eye out, and that's all that I gotta say. So let me add this into the stream, and we will take it out through there.
Just a reminder for everybody.
Did you have some kind of mechanism, in a sense, so that you could make sure that you were true to Tolkien? Well, we didn't want to put any of our own, certainly in terms of the thematic material, we didn't want to put any of our own baggage. I mean, we had no interest in putting our messages into this movie, but we thought that we should honor Tolkien by putting his messages into it. And we thought he cared about things. The countryside and the rise of evil, and he cared passionately about certain issues. And we thought what we should do to honor him is to make sure that what he cared about ends up in the movie. That's what we tried to do.